Art in 5. Yayoi Kusama. Yayoi Kusama is a Japanese artist who was born in Matsumoto, Nagano, Japan in 1929. Her life and work have been shaped by her experiences growing up in Japan during World War II and her subsequent move to the United States in the late 1950s. Kusama is best known for avant-garde sculptures, installations, and paintings, which are characterized by their bold use of color, repetitive patterns, and immersive environments. Her work often explores themes of infinity, self-obliteration, and the relationship between the individual and the collective. Kusama began making art at a young age, and she showed an early aptitude for painting and drawing. However, her family was not supportive of her artistic aspirations, and they often discouraged her from pursuing her passions. Despite these obstacles, Kusama continued to create art and eventually moved to Tokyo to study painting at the Kyoto School of Arts and Crafts. In the late 1950s, Kusama moved to the United States, where she quickly became a fixture of the New York avant-garde scene. She befriended artists such as Donald Judd, Andy Warhol, and Claes Oldenburg, and she quickly gained a reputation for her groundbreaking work in sculpture and installation art. Kusama's work during this period was characterized by its use of repetitive patterns, bright colors, and the incorporation of everyday objects. One of Kusama's most famous works from this period is Infinity Mirror Room Follies Field, which she created in 1965. The installation consisted of a room filled with hundreds of phallic-shaped soft sculptures, which were arranged on the floor and hanging from the ceiling. The walls of the room were covered in mirrors, creating the illusion of an infinite field of phalluses. The work was a critical success and helped to establish Kusama as one of the most innovative and daring artists of her time. Throughout the 1960s, Kusama continued to push the boundaries of art and explore new mediums and techniques. She created sculptures made from fiberglass and other synthetic materials, and she experimented with her performance art and happenings. Her work during this period was often influenced by her interest in politics and social issues, and she was a vocal advocate for women's rights and anti-war activism. In the 1970s, Kusama returned to Japan, where she continued to create art and explore new mediums. She began to work more with painting and drawing, and her work during this period often featured large-scale canvases covered in polka dots and other repeating patterns. She also began to incorporate elements of traditional Japanese art into her work, such as calligraphy and woodblock prints. In the decades that followed, Kusama continued to create innovative and groundbreaking work. She returned to sculpture in the 1990s, creating large-scale installations that explored themes of love, sexuality, and mortality. She also continued to work with painting and drawing, and her work during this period often featured her signature polka dots and bold use of color. Today, Kusama is one of the most celebrated and influential artists of her generation. Her work has been exhibited in major museums and galleries around the world, and she's been the subject of numerous books, documentaries, and exhibitions. Her legacy continues to inspire and captivate audiences, and she remains an icon of the contemporary art world. Art in 5. Yayoi Kusama.